What's up my dudes? In this video, I'm going to teach you my favorite method for making gold in the Elder Scrolls Online. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe, it helps my channel grow and I really appreciate the support. I've made videos about this method before, but I wanted to take a deeper dive into it and leave you all with a very clear understanding of how it works. I call the method professions, but it's really just purchasing materials to craft items, which you can then sell at a greater price than the total cost of the materials. This has been my main source of gold for a long time, and I believe it to be the most entertaining way to make gold in the game. I think you should give it a try if you enjoy the economy aspect of the game. I also recommend selling the materials that you don't normally use because it helps other players with their professions and it makes it easier for everyone to find the materials they need. I'll start by showing you how I go about preparing my sales and show you some of the things I like to craft and sell. The first step in this method is picking an item that you'd like to sell. I myself am a big fan of provisioning, so that's where I like to start. My two favorite provisioning items to craft are Bewitched Sugar Skulls and Jewels of Misrule. For this video's purpose, I will use the Jewels of Misrule to break down how this method works. All you need to get started is a decent bit of gold, the recipe to craft the item, and the skills to craft it. For provisioning, you can maximize your gold profits by maxing the chef and brewer passives. The second step is materials. This is the most tedious part of this method, but I also have a bit of fun while doing it. You need to purchase the materials to make the item you plan on crafting. For the Jewels of Misrule, I need to get 1 rose, 1 mint, 1 lotus, 1 columbine, and 1 brevet juice. This is where the journey begins. You travel all around Tamriel, visiting guild traders, and purchasing the materials that you're looking for. Once you have a good idea of what the materials cost, you can set a maximum buy price for yourself. This will be your indicator for how much you can profit, and you never want to purchase anything over what you set it at, otherwise you are losing your profits. For the Jewels of Misrule materials, I set their prices at rose for 25 gold per, lotus for 20 gold per, mint for 15 gold per, brevet juice for 180 gold per, and columbine for 1800 gold per. This totals out at 2040 gold per craft, but since it makes 4, it's 510 gold per item. So now we know what it's costing us per item crafted. I tend to set my maximum buy price at a low value to maximize my profits, but this does in turn make it more difficult to purchase the materials I need, so fair warning there. The third step of this method is learning how to price your items and dealing with the cost of listing. In total, the Jewels of Misrule will cost me 510 gold per item to craft. Whatever price I set them at, I will lose 8% of that to guild cut and listing fee. I usually like to set my Jewels of Misrule for sale at 925 gold per, but it is always best to check what your guild mates and guilds around yours are selling for, and then you can either increase or decrease your price accordingly. With 925 gold as my typical sell price, I will lose 74 gold and it will be worth 851 gold due to the taxes and listing fee. Remove the cost of crafting by subtracting the 510 gold per craft, and that brings it to a profit of 341 gold per item, or 1364 per craft at a cooking station. By doing this process over and over, you will exponentially grow your gold. All it takes is a bit of patience and smart spending. A couple miscellaneous topics I'm going to cover are some useful tools for this method, and they will save you a lot of time. The first tool is Tamriel Trade Center. Sorry console players, but this likely will not work for you as it does require an add-on. With the use of Tamriel Trade Center, you can find the materials you are looking for with ease. Use the advanced search option, and you can enter in the amount of the item you are looking for and what you're willing to buy it at. This will then provide you with the location of where the item is, and you can purchase it there. Sadly, this is not updated in real time, but is instead based on postings, so there's a chance someone may have beat you to the item. It does tell you when the postings were made though, so if it was recent, there's a good chance it may still be there. The second tip I have for this method is what I call exposure. In guild traders, you only have access to listing 30 items at once. By joining a second guild, you get an extra 30, and so on by joining even more. The goal of exposure is to make sure that those guilds you join are at different locations. As I've said in other videos, Ralka and Reaper's March, Vivek City and Vardenfell, and Mournhold and Deshawn are all great locations to be a part of a guild trader, and by listing items there in all 3 locations, you maximize your exposure. Well, my dudes, that's all I have for this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.